I introduced this today. I think I don't know if you heard my floor statement, but I think it's a good bill that would energize our democracy. It would get kids involved in voting, and it would get them involved in voting in a limited way that would kind of mirror the graduated driver's license. It would kind of be like a graduated voting license, where you start to get to be able to vote in an area where, really we have terrible turnout. We just had an election yesterday with a lot of school board elections had less than 10% turnout. And I think if kids were allowed to vote, 16 and 17-year-olds, that no one's more affected by the schools, and they have a direct interest in it. And as one parent told me, well, man, if my kid could vote, I would have to vote then. I don't want them to outvote me. So it would encourage adults to vote more. It would shame them into voting, and it would make them realize the value of that vote. Most radical and revolutionary legislation to allow kids that are 16 and 17-year-olds to vote, but I would do it in a very narrow area. Just let them vote in local school board elections, just for school board candidates. They know more about that because they attend school. They have a direct interest in it, so they want the school to be as good as possible. So I think that would get them started on the habit of a lifetime, casting ballots and doing their civic duty. Right now, our participation in local school board elections is poor. We had an election yesterday, and it was less than 10% in a lot of localities. So I think if kids could vote, they would vote in greater numbers, and that would embarrass their parents into voting, and their parents would say, I don't want to get outvoted by my kid. I got to get out and vote.